Hi, I'm Donna Taylor with Living in Central Mississippi, here today to tell you all about the Ross Barnett Reservoir. It's a beautiful sunny day here in late February. The temperature is about 75 degrees. I get a lot of questions from people about what is the reservoir, what are there neighborhoods on it, what kind of things are there to do out there, how big is it? So I'm going to answer all those questions. The reservoir, or the res as it's known by locals, is a 33,000 acre lake that was designed to hold water that flows down the Pearl River. The reservoir will never flood. There's gates built in that if it does get too high, too much rain, it floods the river downstream. But all of the property, none of the property around the reservoir is flood zone. It stretches 2 counties from Madison to Rankin. I'm on the Madison County side right now. You can see way behind me in the distance, you can barely see that tree line, is Rankin County. There's lots of different neighborhoods that are all nestled along the reservoir. It's owned and operated by Pearl River Valley. So all of the neighborhoods that are on the reservoir are leasehold land. So it's a lease fee that's paid to PRV every year, ranging anywhere. For some of the older neighborhoods are $300 a year. Some of the newer, bigger neighborhoods are maybe $1,500 or so a year. So I'm gonna take a little tour with my drone, and I'm gonna see if I can fly it way over there to the Rankin County side. So stay tuned. One of the most popular things to do on the res is boating. You can see this is the marina here at Lost Rabbit, but there's lots of marinas on the Rankin County side as well. And a lot of people in the summertime, once the water warms up, like to go skiing. There's not many people on the lake today. This is probably a typical day for this time of year. There's usually just a few people out there fishing. Today is Saturday afternoon, and you can see there's very little activity. So it's quite peaceful to go for fishing. So if you enjoy the peace and quiet of being on the water and fishing, this is definitely a good spot. As I mentioned earlier, the res, as it's known by locals, was built in the 1960s to help control flooding down the Pearl River. It's a 33,000 acre man-made lake named after the Mississippi Governor Ross Barnett that served from 1960 to 1964. So let's talk about all the activities you can do on the res. There's champion fishing. There are actually over 20 boat launches around the reservoir, water skiing, canoeing, RV and tent camping. There are 5 different campgrounds and lots of walking trails along the Natchez Trace. Oh, and let's not forget just good old hanging out. On any given summer weekend, you can find people hanging out near the shore at Overlook Point. The res is an area attraction that draws 2.5 million tourists every year. There's also an additional 10,000 acres of forest land surrounding the reservoir inhabited by natural wildlife. There are also many parks open to the public. There are lots of great areas to go picnicking, fly kites, or simply take the dog for a leisurely stroll, or just watch the boats go by. There are also several restaurants on the res that are accessible by boat or car. On the Rankin County side is a fun restaurant called Shaggy's. There's tons of outdoor seating, and on many weekends in the summer there's live music. On the Madison County side, you'll find the Cock of the Walk, which has some of the best fried catfish and cornbread you've ever tasted. Next door, there are 2 more restaurants, Crab's Seafood Shack and the Pelican Cove Grill, which also has live music. Another fun place that's available to members only is the Yacht Club. It's a very recently priced club that has a nice restaurant, swimming pool, and boat parking. You can see in this drone shot that there are lots of sailboats parked here. They also have sailing lessons available, which I've really been wanting to try out, but just haven't gotten around to yet. Let's talk about hunting on the res. People in Mississippi love to hunt, but you might be surprised to know that there's actually alligator hunting on the res. Yep, I said it, alligators. And I've seen plenty of gators in the res. Here's a little video I made last summer with my drone of one that got a little camera shy when I got too close. As far as I know, there's never been a gator attack on a human in the res, and I Googled it, but I came up with nothing. Gators are very afraid of people, so let's keep it that way and don't feed the gators. Gator hunting on the res is done by permit only. There are certain times of year when you can apply to hunt the gators, and I've seen some news reports of some really big ones. So, do you think you might want to live on the res? There are lots of housing options. On the Rankin County side, there's some apartments, and on both sides, there are lots of options for condos and homes. Be sure to check out our website at taylorgroupms.com and get in touch with us so we can get you into that res life. Thanks, and see you on the next video.